Hi, everyone. I am Dungeon Master Angelo, and welcome to the Dungeon Master Academy series, Mastering the Realms, where we discuss and play third party Dungeons and Dragons adventures. In this episode, we are playing Kandlekeep Rekonstruktion, written by Arthur Marques. Arthur was a recent guest on the show that discussed tips on how to best run the adventure. You can find that episode in the link comments below. Kandlekeep Rekonstruktion is a 4-hour Tier 2 adventure with an average player level of 8, and we will be taking a break about halfway through the game. There is a content warning that this has themes of abduction, body horror, which is transformation, and auditory hallucinations. As always, we play with safety cards, and you will see a deck at the bottom of your Roll20 map. So if at any point any of you feel uncomfortable, please drag and drop the card on the Roll20 map, and we will move on, no questions asked. For this game, I will be using 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons rules as written, with some wiggle room should the situation call for some flexibility as required. So, really quickly let's see who we are going to be having as characters in this game, starting with Trixie. Could you please tell me a little bit about yourself?
As a player or as the character?
Character.
Okay. My name's Trixie. I am a speedy monk, and I am just following these people around to see what's going on.
All right, that'll bring us to Darga.
Hi, I'm Darga. I'm just a bugbear with sun hat, and I'm here to provide some muscle uh for these book people.
Is that Alize?
Yes, it is. Thank you. My name is Alize, and I am here to study and do some research. And hopefully that all goes well.
All right, then brings us to Neopolion.
Hello, I am Neopolian, a new line of pulley robots that can now push and even launch things, and I am ready to test myself in the field.
And last but certainly not least, we have Kira.
Kira, a tall half elf, stands before you. Her skin is a shimmering shade of blue, and her hair is a light lavender, adorned with flowers that add to her unearthly beauty. She's confidently wearing some rather daringly cut leather. Peeking over her right shoulder, you see a hint of a sparkly short bow, and from her left, you see what looks like a jumble of golden pipes. She tosses her hair over her shoulder, pulls the golden pipes around to the front, and starts to play a lively marching tune on the most egregious set of flashy bagpipes you've ever seen in your life. She's a bard, and she's got places to be.
And as you guys are all walking through the doorway of the first reader's office in Candlekeep, his private office is quite modest. The circular room is filled with books and old scrolls. An adorable winged cat sitting atop the desk makes sure to push any important documents straight onto the floor. Noticing the animal's misbehavior, the scholar is about to shoo it away when they notice your entrance and recollect your posture. Good. I'm glad you could all make it. Thank you for responding to the call. My sources have told me that you all have a particular set of skills that will be very useful to us very shortly, as should you wish to accept this task that we have for you. It is very important, and I really hope that you are willing to partake in it.
Most definitely. Here to help any way I can.
At yourself, niece.
I'm really glad to hear that. I'm really glad. Some miscreants managed to steal some valuable tomes from the library, and they blasted it off into wild space on a massive rocket that went undetected within the school. Worse, that rocket is headed straight for the Eye of Doom, which is a massive black hole in the center of Doom space. My Avowed will assist you in getting to the rocket by teleporting you there. But the problem is that once you are there, you will not be able to come back unless you disable the magical wards that were placed on the rocket, which will allow us to teleport you back home. The mission is simple. Land on the asteroid that is headed towards the Eye of Doom. Deactivate the engines, which will give you a little bit more time to find the book trove and collect it safely. Most importantly, we need you to find the book called Kandlekeep Rekonstruktion. That is the one that it is most important to us for rebuilding our collection. Here,
Have I
I'm
heard
going
of this tome before? Sorry, go on.
So yes, yeah, absolutely. As somebody who is like a scholar of Kandlekeep, you will have 100% heard of the Kandlekeep Rekonstruktion. It is like a tome that kind of gives you all of the different like parts of Kandlekeep, all the different like interesting bits of information, like where tunnels are and that, so on and so forth.
So, you're telling me that they launched a rocket without you noticing?
Yes, it was
That's
very
some fancy
embarrassing.
magic.
It was very embarrassing. I don't want to talk about it. That is, it was a dark time for us not that long ago.
Darga just tries not to laugh.
As you would expect, someone who is in this particular situation would. And so the first reader looks out and hands you two things. He goes, "This is an elemental essence shard. You can use this to attune to it, and it will allow you to disable the engines a little bit more safely. This is a sending stone. You can only use this once. So make sure that when you use it, the wards are disabled and we can teleport you home." Have I made myself clear?
Crystal?
Do you have any questions for me?
How shiny is the elemental essence shard?
It's very shiny. It's like a blue crystal sapphire, and absolutely, it is just a like magnificent looking piece of equipment.
Ooh.
Kira's staring at it because it matches her outfit.
How exactly are we using this crystal to try and disable the engines?
The crystal is magical. You just must simply hold it out, and activating it will help to disable the engines.
Okay, good, because some of these things, sometimes you have to destroy the crystal for the magic to take place. So
This one does
do
not
not
need
break
to be
it.
destroyed. Out of game, should the situation call for it, you will use an action. But let's dive back in. With the two items in hand, he says to you again, "You have a little bit of time to prepare should you wish to do so. We might be able to provide you with scrolls or certain possible potions that will allow you to possibly succeed a little bit easier. Take a little bit of time, but we will be sending you to the rocket."
See.
Darga nods and says, "Yeah, if you got some fancy magic wards up there, some of that health juice would be great."
He goes, "Yes, we have a shop that will definitely be able to provide you with whatever you needed from PV's Hardware Boutique, also known as the Player's Handbook." He also hands you a scroll and says, "This might also come in handy considering where you are going."
I do
What is
appreciate
this?
that.
He hands it right to Alize because he figures you're the only one you can probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You open the scroll and take a look at it, and it's a scroll of air bubble.
Ah,
Ooh.
Roll of air bubble.
So, if there's anything really quickly that you would like to kind of acquire and purchase from equipment that you might need, let me know. And without further ado, we will proceed as soon as you guys have figured if you are ready.
What level of healing potion can we buy at tier 2? Is that like a greater or?
Yeah, you can buy up to greater.
Okay. I'm gonna grab one of those. And is anyone attuning to the elemental shard? Because I think you said we needed to attune to that.
So normally this is only attunable by sorcerers, but this one is special for this one particular purpose. Anyone can use it.
Neopuli seemed to be asking. Neopuli seemed to be asking the most relevant questions about that. Perhaps.
Yeah. I could do it. I could unattune to my current shard and attune to this new one.
Sounds good.
Unless you need that shard.
You will have time to do so before you are sent to the rocket.
Oh, it's okay. It's just he gives a little health buffer. We don't need health. That's not important. That's not part of the job description.
That's what potions are for.
No, it's fine. You'll be fine.
Are you all ready then?
Yeah. Neopoli attunes to the new shard.
All right. As you guys return to Bookworm's office, he has a couple of sages with him this time, and he kind of like, you see them kind of like enchanting a spell, and Alize can tell you that this is a teleport spell. And as you are shot across the plains, the space around Bookworm's office warps and bends. A kaleidoscope of colors fills the air, and the warm summer in the Sword Coast is replaced by the void and cold of a black hole, which looms over the small asteroid headed towards the Eye of Doom. Although you have landed on the asteroid, the teleport was very clearly off target, and you feel the gravitational pull about to yank you off the ground. I need everybody to give me a dexterity saving throw as you are outside of this rocket in wild space, staring at a black hole, with the engines flaring behind you.
Is this an effect I can use for my dangerous?
Yeah, you can absolutely see that you need to grab onto something.
Oh no. I was supposed to be good at these.
Oh, it was almost an 18.
Oh no.
So you watch as all of you manage to grab onto a part of stone of the rocket, but you see Alize's hands slip on the grip and start flying backwards towards the flame of the engines. As you all hit the rocket, you take 11 points of force damage, but you can see Alize kind of slowly drifting away. You need to regain yourself. You can tell that this is going to be a major problem should you not be able to grab onto this rocket. You can choose to either make an athletics check or an acrobatics check to try to secure yourself, as there are metal bars all along the side of this. As you can tell that this was kind of like a part of a building that was blasted into space, and then it seems to have collided with this asteroid now that you're on the outside of it.
Can I bardically inspire Alize? Can I start like I'm holding on, but I'm gonna be like, you can do it?
You absolutely can.
Okay.
Okay.
That is a 1d8 for you, Alize.
A 1d8, and on
it
top
rolled
of
it
that,
for you.
Oh, thank you. Wow. And on top of that, Alize would also like to cast guidance on herself.
All right, so guidance would be an action.
Oh, okay.
So you can guide yourself and then try to catch it a little bit further down the way, if you would like.
I think she'll just hold on to Alize will hold on to the bardic inspiration then. Acrobatics, athletics, they're both the same. We'll go with athletics.
Yeah, and you watch as the wizard manages to grab onto the tower. And now that you're all kind of secured, you can, and the tension has slightly kind of has kind of simmered down slightly as none of you are no longer plummeting towards the engine. You can see that the that there is a kind of like large door that you would be able to enter should you be able to climb to it.
Perfect.
Does it seem like a very difficult climb?
It's because of the way that like this is all oriented, and you can feel the gravity trying to suck you towards the rocket's engine. You get the idea that if you move slowly, you'll be all right, but that is up to you.
Do we all see this door? Like, or is someone pointing it out? Or
Looking at the group, you can see that it looks like that Alize is actually the one who is, now that they're further down, they're like, the door's up there.
Yes. The door is up there. I suggest we move cautiously as to not endure ourselves.
excellent.
You got it.
We'll be
Darga
fine.
is gonna take some rope and kind of tie it to her waist and just dangle it down for anyone to grab a hold of as they're climbing towards this door.
I'm gonna grab onto your rope.
Watch your step, handholds. Just be careful.
Yeah, and as you guys slowly start climbing towards this door, a large piece of rock detaches from the ground and starts careening towards the group. And specifically Trixie, I need you to make another dexterity saving throw.
Oh, this will go great. Hold on. 15?
You guys watch as Trixie's hat just takes a skim from this rock. And you guys are all able to reach the barn door and open it up and pull yourselves inside.
Wait, did you say a barn door?
Yes, it is like a kind of like two like a double-sided barn door. It's like for two people. You guys managed to pull yourself into it.
On the side of a rocket.
Before Neopoli goes inside, can Neopoli pick up a few little, just small rocks?
Absolutely. You can grab a couple of like small pieces that were kind of just stuck to the side through sheer gravity and not any sort of actual
Thank you.
Structure. All right, so as you guys enter the library, my roll 20 is being silly. As you guys enter the library, you can see that this room kind of smells of like old books. There's even a small little bookshelf that's right beside you as you enter. There's a little bit of dimly lit arcane like red light that seems to be emitting from various little sconces around the room. And you can see that there is a door right into Neopolion's immediate right.
Everyone behold. And I just did to my right.
Is there light in here?
Yes, as I said, there's like dimly lit red light kind of coming from different sconces.
Got it.
Very sci-fi.
Like it's locked.
Doesn't seem to be. It doesn't look like there's even a lock on it. It just seems to be a regular door.
You think those wards are here? And Darga just kind of looks at Alice as the resident smart person.
You also noticed that you guys are in pretty tight quarters. Like there wasn't a whole ton of room on this thing.
Rather difficult to say now. Though I suppose keeping our guard up would still be the best option for us.
Okay, so slowly we go, and Neopoli will try and open the door.
The door opens easily. There doesn't seem to be any adverse effect or anything from any sort of trap or anything of the sort. And the door opens and reveals to you a kind of small kind of alcove where there is a staircase that looks like it goes up and another door to your immediate right.
Yes,
Alright.
that's right. Seems clear.
Yep.
We go up, or do we continue investigating through the doors?
That is the question. What would you like to do?
Which looks cleaner?
Honestly, this whole area seems pretty dusty, like there hasn't been a lot of travel kind of that has been in this area for the last little while.
Huh. Well, if I may, Darga would slip in to kind of look around and just check the doors for traps.
Sure, you
Or
can give
like
me an
this little
investigation
hallway
check if you're
area.
searching.
Oh boy.
A great idea.
Good luck.
Looks clear, guys.
Looks totally fine.
You're doing great, honey.
Well, flip a coin?
Sure, go for it.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way to make decisions usually.
Yes.
So we got what? This door here and then
Yep, one
stairs
there and
here?
one there.
Alright. Well, if we go through the door to the right, 1. The stairs, 2.
Perfect.
Hey!
Door to the right.
Let's see what's through door number 1.
You checked that door for traps, right?
Yeah, it looks just dusty.
great.
Everything's fine.
Everything's
Tries
fine.
not to sneeze from the dust.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so you look, this door doesn't seem to have a keyhole for a lock or anything of the sort on it immediately. Do you open it?
Yeah, why not?
All right. So you open the door and it opens up into like a little small room, and there's just more books that kind of are all strewn about, as well as a couple of loose pages. And there seems to be a like pile of laundry in the corner.
Alright. Darga will peek through and just kind of sigh and look back to Ellie, say, "We got some books in here." But she will step in to see, take a look
Nope.
around.
Yeah, you step in, nothing seems to happen. It's like you get the idea that there isn't very many kind of like traps or anything of the sort down here that you can tell immediately. And what would you like to do? There's, like I said, there's pages all strewn about, there's some books, there's laundry.
I'm gonna go through the laundry.
Most of it are robes. You get the idea that whoever was on this rocket were scholarly types that might have originated from Kandlekeep.
What size are they? Like for a smaller person, a larger person?
They're varying, actually. There are a couple
Okay.
that you would kind of assume are for smaller creatures. There's some that would also be befitting of larger creatures.
And how many are there?
There are 7 robes.
I'm gonna start casting prestidigitation and be like, maybe we need to play dress up later. And I'm gonna start cleaning them with prestidigitation in the corner and eyeing up my team, like my group, my party, and trying to like pick out 5 that would kind of fit us. And
Yeah,
cleaning
you
those.
can find kind of one that would loosely, at least reasonably fit each of you, should you wish.
Perfect.
And yeah, you're cleaning them up easily with prestidigitation. Trixie,
Hello.
What's Trixie doing right now as she's kind of like bringing up the rear of the party?
Trixie is watching watching Kara go through the clothes and is just shaking her head like, I don't want to wear wizard stuff. That's what she's doing.
Just in case. I can put some glitter on it for you. Don't worry.
I'll think about it.
All right.
Alize is going to look at her robes and just be like, I think that my armor is adequate enough, but I appreciate your gesture and I will hold on to it. And she looks, Alize looks just very confused.
Violence is not always the most effective way. Sometimes you just need to play dress up and it gets you into places where you're not supposed to be otherwise, so. And she winks.
As long as I get to keep my hat on, Darga says.
I agree.
Absolutely.
All right, so you've collected some laundry. You notice there is another door here. And as I said, there are a bunch of pages lying about as well as books.
Are the pages blank or is there something on them?
There's definitely some writing on them.
I look at the smart people and I'm like, what, are these important?
Alize will look at the papers.
All right, so most of it is just kind of like illegible scribbling, actually, which you could assume bodes well. But as you kind of like look through, you find one that seems to be dated and is a little bit more legible. And you know that you come and you see this over here. Tarkus 13th. I feel so frustrated when they don't take my opinion into account. Of course, the Tomb of Horrors is the perfect place. Tars 14th. Stonky found a rocket. Interesting. With the right arcane wards in place, we can hurl this thing into wild space and no one will ever be capable of finding us. Flame rules 2nd. We finally did it. Kandlekeep, we have liftoff. I hope that we have enough rations, though. None of my companions can create food and water. And that is what you find on the note.
Well, those first pieces seem to be gibberish, but these last few entries seem to be rather insightful.
So how many people we have a stonky and we have a donkey biscuit.
Those are the two that you have seen, that you have heard of so far.
Yes, they are quite interesting names.
There's a donkey on the rocket?
I don't
Makes
think
sense.
it's an actual donkey.
Biscuit,
Though
perhaps.
I don't know.
They're pretty smart.
Can't be.
So other than that lying around the room, you can just see that there are a couple of like books that are kind of strewn about, just kind of quickly glancing over of them. You can see that one of them is titled The Material Sphere, a potential convincing argument to why the plane is not in fact a plane.
Pardon?
Did Kandlekeep want all of these books? They were looking for a particular one, and I look over at Neil.
Just to do a quick review, yes, they were looking for whatever books you could find, but the most important one was the Kandlekeep one.
Yes.
The Kandlekeep Deconstruction.
Yes. The Kandlekeep Deconstruction. I suppose pick up whatever books that you can carry, but keep your eyes peeled for something of that nature.
All right.
I can carry a lot of books, Darga says, and that's part of my job here. Book carrier, bodyguard, whatever you need.
All right, and so you have the door at the top of the stairs, and you have another door right here in front of you to the south.
We flip another coin.
You said it was quite dusty, right?
This area is quite dusty. It doesn't appear that anybody's been in this area for a while.
Has there been any tracks? Because there seems like it might have been a diary written once this launched into space.
At this point, with you guys walking around, any kind of tracks in this immediate area
That's
that
fair.
you've been in would have been obscured if they were left in the dust. You don't see any actually going to or from this doorway up at the top of the stairs.
Perhaps we tried the right. Maybe we should go and try the other way, the one at the top of the stairs.
To the left, to the left. Thank you.
Works for me.
A little Beyonce. Yeah. Let's go.
Should we try and be quiet in case we get close to wherever these people are?
Do we hear any noise?
You do not. There doesn't seem to be any noise that's down here other than the hum of what you assume is the rocket outside, because in wild space there's an air bubble which reflects sound.
Mm-hmm.
Kira puts her bagpipe, puts the bagpipes back behind her when they're like, we should probably be quiet. She's like, right. Not bagpipes, not quiet. All right.
So we head up the stairs.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Right.
The stairs.
All right. So as you kind of get to the top of the stairs here, you'll notice that the door seems even a little ajar already. There's that same kind of like dim light going through it. It doesn't appear that there seems to be anything noteworthy kind of through it, as well as the door that is behind it is also just a crack open ajar, and it doesn't seem that there is anything that is noteworthy in this path. So you kind of get into this open room here where you have the choice of either looking left or right.
We're still on the handout page. If you can flip us.
Did that not carry
No worries.
over?
Nope.
It didn't
Roll
have-
20
didn't.
goblins. Yeah.
Hey,
There we go.
Yeah,
There
I
we
thought I
go.
could have swore I switched it, but anyway, there we are. Yeah, so you kind of make your way up to the top of the stairs and through, and you seem to have the choice of right or left. When you get to that area, you can see that this area kind of opens up. There are two more doors, and there are lots of, like I said, there's books kind of strewn around.
There
And
seems to be a lot of
Doors.
books everywhere.
yeah, you get the idea that they just took as many books as they could and launched themselves into wild space.
With no one that can cast create food and water. It's very well
Neopody
planned.
would just start
Maybe-
going left and looking at the
Maybe they
book
thought they
names.
could eat books.
Yeah. So you start making your way into
Maybe.
this room here, and you start looking at the book names, and you find like the titles such as Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, A Legacy.
Kira's dusting the books off with prestidigitation and putting them into Darga's backpack.
Yep. Secret Doors and How to Find Them,
Yep, load me up.
A Plasmoid's Guide to Plumbing, all sorts of different, like, not very useful, like, books that you can kind of tell. Alize, give me an investigation check as you look over some of these books.
Yes. I shall.
Yeah, you're looking through these books. These ones that you've been finding, at least in this area, all seem to have questionable and contradictory facts. None of them seem to be incredibly, like, well written.
Ugh, self-published.
Are we sure that these came from the Candlekeep Library?
They do have a lot of garbage in there. They're not particularly discerning.
So, Neopolion, you also see that there are a couple more, like, in one of the books that you picked up, the Plasmoid one, you can see that there seems to be, like, a loose page sticking out of it.
Oh, I know what to do. And Neopilion, without reading, will cast Mending to try and fix the page back in.
So, You notice that your spell does not work because this doesn't seem to be part of the original bit of the book.
Gas.
Sacre bleu. And I'll open the book and looks at the page.
All right. So as you look over to that, you can see that this one is titled Alarak the 20th. The cult got together for the first time. Our purpose is clear. Steal the most valuable books from Kandlekeep. How dare people borrow them? At the risk of dirty fingers flipping pages or spilled coffee is too high. And you get that it was written by somebody named Chicken Peach.
Chicken Peach.
Cookie biscuit, chicken peach. There's certainly a theme
Stonky.
going on here. Stonky.
As I remember to bring you back to the map.
What
Thank
cult
you.
is this?
Leopold takes out the page that was like stuck in between and hands it to Kiara. Look what I found.
Ooh, chicken peach. And I read it loudly to everybody in a very dramatical voice. Then I'm like, there's a cult here? She looks at the robe and she's like, we could it seems like, not the most exclusive club, but I think we've got tickets right here. And she pats the robe knowingly.
Kind of pretentious of them to talk about dirty fingers when they got all this dust here.
Yeah, absolutely. Prestidigitate.
Yeah, Kira's just going around and basically cleaning up everything 1 foot at a time with prestidigitation.
Yeah. I actually get
Trixie's
I
just
have
covered in dust.
I have a broom actually that she picked up in another adventure, Auntie Sue's broom, and I can actually have it start cleaning little sections if we're staying in here for any amount of time.
Yeah, so like as people are picking up books and looking around for stuff, you can definitely see that you see Kira kind of just being like, "This is way too dirty. I'm cleaning this place up."
Need some sparkle.
So as you've picked up any of the kind of like noteworthy books in this area, you do notice that there are in fact 2 doors.
Well, it seems to be our favorite pastime. Decisions about which door to go through.
I have already made a decision. I feel like I shouldn't have to again.
I'm not sure that that's how that works, but I think I see your point.
Decision fatigue after one decision.
Decisions
It
are
is
hard,
all
okay?
about
Completely
equality.
valid.
Dargo will poke her head through this door since she's right next to it.
All right, so you open the door.
Yeah.
And you can see that there is a staircase that looks like it is going down.
Oh look, more stairs.
You also can see that there is another door. Darga, give me an intelligence check.
This
You're
will go
asking the
That's
barbarian?
a lot to ask.
Absolutely, I'm asking the barbarian.
Hell yeah.
I'm so intelligent. 7.
You're so smart.
All right, yeah. This door leads to somewhere completely unpredictable. But
Gee,
you
I
do
wonder
notice in
where this
here,
door
as you're
leads.
kind of looking at that door, you actually do step on another kind of book that has another loose leaf sheet of paper sticking out of it.
She looks down and, oh, sorry, apologizes to the book, and then she'll pick it up and leaf through it.
Yeah, so you leaf through it, and as you're kind of looking at the different pages, you can find this one here. Myrtle II. The rocket crashed into an asteroid 2 months after liftoff. Most of the crew escaped. Chicken and Horse Egg are both cowards, I repeat. Cowards. Myrtle XI. Our spells fixed most of the damage. Fewer crew members means the food will last longer. Myrtle XIII. The boss is not in a good mood. They keep complaining about their precious ring. If only I could find it.
It certainly takes Darga a bit to read through all this. And she just kind of chuckles Man, is this a cult of animal names? That's kind of weird. Someone lost a ring though. And she'll hand the page off to Annalise. Alice.
Are
Alice
these names
will
not
take-
normal?
The book that it was in was titled Advanced Therapeutic Techniques for Enhanced Sleep by Not a Fair.
I see.
Sticks it in the pack.
This is
Can I hear Darga giggling like through the doorway here?
Give me a perception check.
You're making me roll for it. Does it make sense?
Oh no.
You're too busy digitating stuff, and yeah, it gets lost a little bit in translation.
Alright. Yeah. Where could this door possibly lead?
And then, of course, she's just gonna kind of look. She's gonna take a peek through this door too.
All right, so you look through this door, and you can see the other door. Do you know it's the other door? I'm not sure, but what you do notice here is that there seems to be kind of what looks like a staircase going up, but you can see kind of a lot of light coming from this area here.
Seeing the light, she'll kind of Dargo will make like a shushing notion and be like, guys, there's so many doors in this place, but there's stairs with lights this time.
quite the astute observation, as usual.
Ah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Adjust her hat
Well.
and she'll wait to see what they want to do.
Are we going up or down?
Alice, if
So-
you were to put walls in this place, which way would you put them?
So you put, so as Neopulian walks through that door, Neopulian, you can see that up at the top of that stairs and kind of like blocking the path up seems to be this rainbow flickering wall.
Oh boy.
Hold on a minute. There seems to be many spectacle of colors blocking the path ahead.
Darga, for a second, just kind of looks astounded at Neopoli coming through the mysterious door. Oh, how did you get
How'd
through
you
there?
get over there?
I thought you were behind me.
I heard the tap 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 from the footsteps going around.
So it looks like this is blocked by something, but you do have a very clear path down.
Interesting.
Is it dark down that way?
When you stand there, you can
Mhm.
feel heat.
Ooh.
And judging by the position of when you came through that door and what you saw outside of this
Mhm.
structure, you get the idea that that's probably where those flames are coming from, where that engine room is.
Maybe we should have asked this question, but is that a world? I actually have no idea what they look like.
Wait, does Trixie touch the sparkle wall?
She's about to. She's very slowly moving over there. Maybe no one will notice if she touches the wall.
Does anybody say anything or take a look at the wall a little more closely?
Alice would like to take a look at the wall.
Give me an Arcana check with advantage.
I would love to.
Yeah, you look up at this,
Damn.
and this is a prismatic wall. You
Yeah,
know
it is.
that layers upon layers of powerful magic that is that's like whole purpose is to block travel.
Trixie, I would not touch that. As
I wasn't gonna.
as shiny as I'm sure you believe it to be, we will not be able to pass through that, unfortunately.
So don't
Oh,
touch
damn.
the shiny.
No, it is
Well, that's just not fun.
prismatic.
Oh,
That's a shame.
there's shiny things in here? I think there's an engine down those stairs. That engine that was like burning outside. I think that's
I'm well acquainted.
yes. I don't know that going down is the right answer here.
Can't you magic people do something about this wall?
Well, don't we need to, should we try and deactivate the engine thing?
Maybe. There was another, like there was stairway up and like other, right? No.
That's
There's
where
too
we
many
went.
doors.
Oh, maybe I could take a peek downstairs to see,
Oh,
if there's a sparkle wall down there too.
we were told that if we deactivated the engines, that would buy us some time. So maybe we should head down there.
Yes, because now as you say that,
And-
you guys all remember that this rocket was headed towards a black hole.
Oh,
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
We don't want to
and
go to the black hole.
That might be a good idea.
Who was it
those
that was
cause so
holding
many
the
problems.
crystal?
I was
Neo.
Neopoli, yep.
Ah, yes, Neo.
at Neopoli.
Excellent. We should
Yeah.
definitely find our way over there then, and well, you're the one with the crystal, so I will leave that to your responsibility.
You want me to head down first to make sure there's nothing
Yeah, you're doing a
that's
great
gonna jump out
job
at us?
looking for traps too. So
God,
I will,
thank you. Yeah, we haven't found any so far.
yeah, you just keep looking and
You're
nothing's
so good at
happening.
this.
You're so good.
I'm just lucky
Alize,
like that.
Alize
If-
is going to put a hand on Trixie's shoulder as she walks by and is going to say, "You're doing a very great job," and she's going to cast guidance just casually.
Oh, thanks. She does not
Right.
notice that at all.
So who
Magic
is
stuff.
going first to look?
It's always
Darga.
the important question.
Yeah. I'll come behind Darga.
Okay.
Alright, yeah,
Darga, do you
Darga
need
will
some help?
totally go first. But yeah, I'd appreciate any help.
Okay. Egalité, fraternité, enhanceabilité. And I'll cast enhanceability with Owl's wisdom to give you advantage on wisdom checks.
Oh boy, thank
Oh.
you.
Nice.
Display that.
Ooh. And 8 temp hit points. Nice.
No, it's just the Owl's wisdom. The 10
Oh.
hit points will be if it's the strength one.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.